But what are 3 or 4 pieces of advice that really stuck with you that you walked away from like, wow, these are really significant?
Okay, from my book, 3 or 4?
3 or 4.
God, this is like asking someone to pick their favorite child because I love so many. But if you gave me more time to think about this, I might come up with a different one. But I'm just going to come up with some of the ones that are at the top of my head. So number 1, Warren Buffett, who, as you could tell, I'm a huge fan of his, but he gave this piece of advice that doesn't actually come from him. He passed it along. It was the best piece of advice he's ever gotten from somebody else, which was this. You can always tell someone to go to hell tomorrow. Yeah. And what does that mean? It's a lesson on controlling your temper, because a lot of times people spout off in a moment of anger, and especially in this day and age, once it's out there, you can't take it back. Like if you send an angry email or text or tweet or whatever, it's out there. You can't take it back. So he recommends that you sit on it for a day or so. If you still feel the same way tomorrow, let that person know that they should go to hell then. But I think that a lot of times you might change your response if you let yourself cool down. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's one of my favorites. And then, of course, there's something a lot of people touch on this theme, but Kathy Ireland says it really succinctly. She says, if you never fail, you're not trying hard enough.
Yes.
And that is just like an amazing way to put it. And it really is an easy way to understand, because a lot of people try and do something and fail, and then they think it's a sign they shouldn't do it, or they feel bad, or whatever it is, they get knocked off course. If you can see failure as just part of the process, then the next time you fail, like you try to get a client, whatever it is, and you get rejected, if you say, this means I'm doing my job, I'm doing a good job, and I'm going to keep going. And sometimes you learn from your mistakes and you move in a different direction a little bit, but I think giving up is the biggest pitfall.